Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go into chapter 5 of 113 Minutes by James Patterson and Max DeLallo. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. 4 minutes and 25 seconds. I never aimed a gun at another person before. This ain't a toy, Molly, my father told me the very first time he taught me to shoot, passing his old Smith & Wesson Model 10 from his rough giant hands into my soft tiny ones. Unless your life's in danger, don't ever point it at nobody, hear me? Else I'll slap you so hard your pretty eyes will pop right out of your skull. It was a warning I never forgot. As I hold the same S&W now, feeling the cold wooden grip in my palm, I can hear my father's words. What would he think if he knew what I was planning? I wasn't just about to point this weapon at another person, I was going to wave it around at many and threaten their lives. It worked, Hank exclaims, a nervous grin creeping across his face. Of course it did. I thought of the idea myself. Hank is sitting in the driver's seat of a recently refurbished 1992 silver blue Ford Taurus that has since been repainted black and has its license plates removed and VIN numbers all scratched off. They're calling in backup, he continues. Y'all should go now if... Hush, snaps Stevie from the back. We're all listening closely to the police scanner resting on the dash. I can't make heads or tails of all the squawking and static. Thankfully, my brothers and Nick and JD can, and apparently they like what they hear. Here comes the cavalry, says JD, and just like that I hear a distant police siren, then another, then the glaring whine of a fire truck, the shrill alarm of an ambulance. More voices crackle over the scanner, frantic. I manage to pick out a few words: courthouse, suspicious package, evacuation, all units available. Masks on, Stevie orders. Now we go, and remember, in and out, 4 minutes, just like we practice. The 5 of us don the cheap rubber Halloween mask we've been holding, each the cartoonish face of a different former president. Me, Stevie, Hank, JD, and Nick become Lincoln, Washington, Nixon, Reagan, and Kennedy. Hank stays behind the wheel of the parked car as the rest of us get out. I'm tingling with nerves as we cross the quiet street and ready our weapons. 5 ex-presidents are about to rob a bank. We burst through the Key Bank's first front entrance, and Stevie immediately blasts a deafening round of buckshot into the ceiling. Hands up and keep 'em high. We quickly spread out and take our positions just like we rehearsed multiple times in the old barn back at our farm, 3 big counties away. People scream in panic, but obey. Nick barks at the young, dumb security guard. That means everybody. The kid must be barely out of high school, just a few years older than Alex was. I can't help but think, the way his baggy uniform hangs off of his rail-thin frame, he looks like a child playing dress-up with his daddy's clothes. He flashes Nick a filthy look, but meekly raises his hands. So far, so good. Start emptying your drawers, Stevie orders. The 3 tellers, JD tosses each of them a burlap sack. Then my brother turns to the stunned branch manager, a sweaty middle-aged Hispanic man in a cheap tan suit and a bolo tie. We're gonna open up the vault. Stevie accentuates his point with a pump of his shotgun. Not a problem, the manager gulps, then adds with a shaky smile, Mr. President. He and Stevie disappear into the back office. JD watches over the tellers, hurriedly stuffing cash into the brown bags. Me and Nick keep our guns on everyone else, all frozen like statues reaching toward the sky. I realize the pimply-faced security guard's pistol is sitting in its holster, but it's the patrons I'm worried about more. After all, this is Texas. I'd bet a few are packing concealed heat. Last thing we need is for one of them to decide to use it. Through the eye slits of my hot, sticky rubber Lincoln mask, I keep scanning these 15 or so unlucky folks. The older African-American married couple, the man whispering comforting words to his whimpering wife, the trashy, beautiful young white girl, maybe a cocktail waitress, maybe a stripper still wearing her stilettos from the night before, holding the wad of $1 bills she was planning on depositing, the 60-something balding fat man with the suspicious bulge under his leather jacket, and the darting eyes of a military veteran. Any one of these people could mean trouble. The sight of any mothers with children in the bank would be the kind of trouble I don't know if I could handle. I keep scanning the group looking for the tiniest hint of it, praying I don't see it. Then 2 more police sirens echo in the distance. Did one of y'all hit your panic button? JD angrily asked the tellers. The bankers shake their heads, yet they and their customers look hopeful as a cop car whizzes by outside but keeps driving. JD smirks. Course one of you did, probably all of you, but it don't matter. Plainview's PD is a little tied up right now. Still, a steel glance at my watch. Since we left the car, it's been 3 minutes, 26 seconds, in and out in 4 tops. That was how we practiced it, distracted across town or not, the law is going to show up eventually, and if they do, God help us. What in the hell is taking Stevie so long in the vault? My breathing starts to pick up, the sweat on my brow I can't wipe away stings my eyes. This plan, my plan, was supposed to be foolproof. Let's roll, I hear my older brother shout. Finally, still holding the manager at gunpoint, Stevie emerges from the back office. A small black duffel bag, bulging with bills, is slung over his shoulder. Pass him over, come on, JD commands the tellers, quickly collecting the burlap sacks. Nick and I give the cowering patrons the jittery security guard one final look, then the presidential bandits head for the entrance. Holy shit, I think we pulled off step one. Outside, the coast looks clear. Hangisters rolling up in the black Taurus the vehicle was supposed to be my son's first ride is now our getaway car. I push open the bank's door. We're so close when I hear behind us a trembling voice and then clamoring of a bullet. Don't move or I'll shoot. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.